The ambassador didn't have a scope, which would limit your movement, or narrow what you can see.
When I go into sniper mode, my vision turns into this, and I move really slowly. When the spy enters sniper mode with the ambassador, he just holds it and maintains full speed and full ability to cloak disguise, run around, see everything, and still headshot at the same time. And I think that was maybe one of the biggest concerns, is that you maintain full view of everything despite being able to snipe.
Aiming at long range is very much based on your mouse movement. Throwing your character movement into the equation is a recipe for disaster. This is why you never hear about snipers strafe aiming, and why many ambassador spies would advise against strafe aiming. Look at this video and watch how the spy moves. Notice how he barely moves. And how he mostly does this stop-start type of movement, always stopping as he is about to aim. This isn't a cherry-picked example either. At long range your movement just isn't precise enough to regularly hit headshots. The slower movement while shooting is a nerf to snipers' close-range effectiveness, not a buff for ambassador spies. As for the limitation on sight, that's more of a nerf than a buff. Whilst zooming in will narrow what you see, it also makes you zoomed in, or in other words makes the head hitboxes bigger. In fact, you can even see this comparison yourself. Play sniper and use the classic and you can see how easy it is to hit headshots with it without zooming in. But here's what I really don't get. Imagine for a second the ambassador with and without a scope. The ambassador with a scope is going to be a lot worse close range, since you have to scope into headshot, but a lot better long range. You are turning the weapon more into a sniper rifle, which is what everyone seems to be getting their knickers in a bunch over. In other words, giving the ambassador a scope would be a massive buff, but also make the weapon more boring in my opinion. Lastly, some spies, not all, but some, use a bind that temporarily lowers their field of view, acting like a mini-scope despite the fact that scoping in apparently makes the ambassador weaker, as it is apparently overpowered because you don't have a scope. P.S. HIGPS. The Valve post about the ambassador mentions nothing about the lack of a scope on the ambassador.
I think that was maybe one of the biggest concerns, is that you maintain full view of everything despite being able to snipe.